In the last year, disaster has struck with relentless force. Wildfires devouring entire towns, hurricanes flooding cities, earthquakes toppling homes, and blackouts plunging millions into darkness. In California, over 4 million acres burned. In Texas, families shivered for days without power. In Florida, Hurricane Ian left neighborhoods underwater. Across the globe, earthquakes in Turkey and Syria claimed thousands of lives. Emergencies don't wait, they arrive without warning. Are you prepared to face the unexpected? Every headline is a warning. Disaster can strike anywhere, to anyone. In 2023, over 18 million Americans were forced from their homes by natural disasters. Families evacuated in the dead of night. Power grids failed. Grocery shelves emptied in hours. The toll isn't just physical, it's the anxiety, the uncertainty, the fear of not knowing what comes next. Imagine grabbing your children and running as floodwaters rise, or searching for clean water when the taps run dry. The Red Cross urges every household to prepare, because the difference between chaos and control is what you do before disaster hits. Community matters. Neighbors helping neighbors, volunteers delivering aid, and families supporting each other can make all the difference. Technology is a lifeline. Emergency alerts, social media, and community apps can warn you in seconds. But when the grid goes down, information can vanish. Have backup plans, know your sources. Don't rely on just one device. These 17 essentials aren't just a checklist, they're your lifeline. Clean water when taps run dry, food when stores are closed, light in the darkness, help when seconds count. In a crisis, being ready can save lives, not just your own but your community's. Not being prepared puts you and your loved ones at risk. But taking action now brings peace of mind, no matter what tomorrow brings. Relief efforts show. Those with supplies weather the storm, while others wait for help. Preparation is personal responsibility. This isn't about fear. It's about being smart, being ready, and making sure you have what you need, when you need it most. Preparation is power. And it's something you can start today. Over the next few minutes, we'll count down the 17 critical items the Red Cross says you must have. Your survival could depend on it. Don't wait for the next headline. Start now. Are you ready? Now let's begin our countdown of the 17 essential items every emergency kit needs. At the very top of the list, number 1, is water. Without it, nothing else matters. Water is the foundation of survival, no matter the emergency. In wildfires, hurricanes, earthquakes, and blackouts, access to clean water is often the first thing lost. Experts agree. Without water, survival is measured in hours, not days. But being prepared means more than just buying bottles. It's about understanding storage, purification, and creative sourcing, so you and your family never go without. Start with storage. Use a mix of sealed bottles, 5-gallon jugs, stackable containers, and even fill your bathtub before a storm. Store water in cool, dark places, away from chemicals. Rotate your supply every 6 months and label each container with the date. Don't forget to keep a few portable pouches in your go bag for quick evacuations. In real disasters, families have survived by getting creative. One family in Texas filled every pot, pan, and even their washing machine with water before a hurricane hit. Another used rain barrels and collected water from their hot water heater when the taps ran dry. Always have a backup plan. Know where to find water in your home and community. Purification is your next line of defense. Boil water for at least 1 minute, use water purification tablets, or filter with a certified water filter. Demonstrate these methods with your family. Practice boiling, using tablets, and assembling filters together. In a pinch, a few drops of unscented household bleach per gallon can disinfect water. Just be sure to follow expert guidelines. Teach children and seniors the signs of dehydration, headache, confusion, dizziness, and rapid heartbeat. Make water safety a family drill. Practice finding, purifying, and rationing water together. The more you rehearse, the more confident everyone will be in a real emergency. Remember, you'll need water for more than just drinking, cooking, cleaning, brushing teeth, and even for pets. Ration wisely, but never skip hydration. Every drop counts, so teach children to turn off taps and use only what's needed. In a crisis, water is your most precious resource. Expert tip: never drink untreated water from streams or lakes. If you must, always filter and purify it first. Keep a written guide in your kit with step-by-step instructions for purification, and review it with your family. Knowledge is as important as supplies. In every emergency kit, water comes first. Secure your supply, know how to purify, and teach your family to value every drop. With knowledge, practice, and preparation, you'll have the foundation for survival, no matter what comes next. Once your water is secured, your next priority is food. fuel for both body and mind. In emergencies, non-perishable foods are your safety net. Stock a variety: canned vegetables, fruits, meats, nut butters, shelf-stable milk, dried beans, pasta, rice, and ready-to-eat soups. These staples form the backbone of your emergency pantry and can last for months or even years. Plan meals in advance. Think simple, nutritious, and easy to prepare. Oatmeal with dried fruit for breakfast, canned chili or soup for dinner, nut butter on crackers for snacks. Creativity keeps morale high. Try mixing canned veggies with rice or pasta for a hearty meal. Rotate recipes to avoid menu fatigue and keep spirits up. For balanced nutrition, include proteins, carbs, and healthy fats. Whole grain crackers, dried fruits, nuts, and granola bars are great options. If anyone in your family has food allergies or special diets, stock safe alternatives and read labels carefully. Gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegetarian options are widely available. Consult with a nutritionist if you have special needs. Store food in a cool, dry place, away from sunlight and moisture. Use airtight containers to keep out pests. Practice first in, first out. Rotate your stock so nothing expires. Every 6 months, review your pantry and replace what's used. Label everything with purchase and expiration dates for easy tracking. Infographics can help you organize and visualize your rotation schedule. Don't forget a manual can opener. Without it, canned food is useless. Keep one in your kit and another as backup. For long-term emergencies, consider freeze-dried meals, meal bars, and vacuum-sealed foods with a long shelf life. These options are lightweight, compact, and require minimal preparation. In a real emergency, families have relied on these supplies to get through storms, blackouts, and wildfires. If you run low, look for community food resources, local food banks, relief centers, and neighbors willing to barter. Sharing and trading can help everyone get what they need. Community support is a lifeline. For long-term food security, consider growing a small garden, learning to preserve foods, or joining a local co-op. Even a few pots of herbs or vegetables can supplement your pantry and boost nutrition. Creative meal ideas like combining canned beans with rice and spices can turn basic supplies into satisfying dishes. Your food kit is more than calories. It's comfort, normalcy, and hope. Plan, stock, rotate, and connect with your community. With preparation and creativity, you'll be ready for whatever comes. In an emergency, a well-stocked first aid kit can mean the difference between panic and protection. It's your first line of defense when help is minutes or miles away. But what exactly should your kit contain, and how do you use it when it matters most? Start with the essentials: sterile gauze pads, adhesive bandages in various sizes, antiseptic wipes, antibiotic ointment, medical tape, and elastic bandages for sprains. Add scissors, tweezers, disposable gloves, a digital thermometer, and a breathing barrier for CPR. Pain relievers, antihistamines, and burn cream are also vital. Expert tip: learn how to use each item before an emergency. Practice cleaning a wound, applying a bandage, and using a tourniquet. Watch online tutorials or attend a basic first aid class. Knowledge is as important as supplies. Customize your kit for your family. Add children's medications, extra supplies for elderly members, and pet first aid items like tick removers and pet-safe bandages. If anyone has allergies, include an epinephrine auto-injector and a list of emergency contacts. Don't forget personal items, prescription medications, spare eyeglasses, hearing aid batteries, and a list of medical conditions for each family member. Store everything in a waterproof, clearly labeled container. Maintenance matters. Check your kit every 6 months. Replace expired items, restock what's been used, and update supplies as your family's needs change. Keep a kit in your home, car, and go bag. Emergencies don't wait for convenience. In a real emergency, quick action saves lives, like the family who stopped severe bleeding with a tourniquet from their kit, or the pet owner who treated a burn before help arrived. Be ready to be the medic. Your preparedness can make all the difference. For extra confidence, print or download a first aid manual and keep it with your kit. In a crisis, clear instructions can guide you through even the most stressful moments. Preparation is power. Start building your kit today. When disaster strikes, darkness often follows. The power grid can fail in an instant, leaving you searching for light. In emergencies, reliable lighting is more than convenience. It's safety, comfort, and peace of mind, especially for children and the elderly. Keep a variety of lights on hand: sturdy flashlights for every room, headlamps for hands-free tasks, and lanterns to brighten large spaces. LED models are best. They last longer and use less power. Place flashlights in easy-to-find spots: bedside tables, kitchen drawers, the basement, and your car. Check batteries regularly. Dead batteries can leave you stranded. Keep extras in a cool, dry place. and consider rechargeable options with solar or hand-crank chargers for long-term outages. Mark your calendar to test your lights every 6 months. Invest in quality. Choose waterproof, impact-resistant lights that can withstand drops and rain. Look for models with multiple brightness settings and strobe or SOS modes for signaling in emergencies. Attach glow-in-the-dark tape to handles so you can find them in the dark. In one real blackout, a family used lanterns and headlamps to safely move through their home, avoiding hazards and comforting their kids. Light turns chaos into calm. Practice blackout drills with your family so everyone knows where to find and use emergency lighting. Remember, reliable lighting is your ally against the unknown. Prepare now, choose the right lights, keep them maintained, and make sure every family member knows how to use them. In the dark, a humble flashlight can be your most powerful tool. In a blackout, the smallest thing can become your biggest problem. Imagine searching for your flashlight only to find the batteries are dead. It happens more often than you think. In 2021, a winter storm left millions in Texas without power for days. Families who had extra batteries kept their radios, lights, and medical devices running, while others were left in the dark. That's why extra batteries are a must. Start by making a list of every device you'll need: flashlights, radios, medical gear, even toys for comfort. Experts recommend keeping a checklist taped inside your emergency kit, so nothing is forgotten when it matters most. Stock up on the right sizes: AA, AAA, CD, and 9V. Store lithium and alkaline batteries separately and keep them in their original packaging to prevent accidental discharge. Place them in a cool, dry place, never in direct sunlight or near heat sources. Rotate your stock, use the oldest first, just like food. Mark purchase dates on each pack and check expiration dates every 6 months. Never mix old and new batteries in the same device, as this can cause leaks or reduce performance. Rechargeable batteries are a smart investment. Pair them with a solar charger or a hand-crank charger for sustainable power, even when the grid is down. Solar chargers can keep your devices running for days. Just set them in the sun and let nature do the work. For safety, keep batteries away from metal objects and never store loose batteries together. They can short-circuit and cause fires. Use plastic battery cases or original packaging. If a battery leaks or swells, dispose of it safely at a recycling center. Organize, label, and check your batteries now, so you're never left in the dark. In interviews, emergency preparedness experts stress that batteries are the lifeblood of your kit. A little planning today means light, power, and peace of mind when you need it most. When disaster strikes, access to your essential medications can be a matter of life and death. Imagine a storm blocks roads, or a blackout shuts down pharmacies. Suddenly, your next dose is uncertain. For millions, this is a reality every year. Medications are as vital as food and water in your emergency kit. Start by making a complete list of your prescriptions: names, dosages, and schedules. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about getting an emergency supply, especially for chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or asthma. Ask about 90-day refills and what to do if you run low during a crisis. Keep a printed copy of your medication list in your kit and save a digital backup on your phone. Don't assume you'll get a refill during an emergency. Pharmacies can run out, just like after hurricanes and wildfires. Plan ahead, rotate your medications so nothing expires, and store them in a waterproof, clearly labeled container. If your medicine needs refrigeration, ask your pharmacist about portable coolers or gel packs, and have a backup plan for power outages. For medical devices, like insulin pumps, inhalers, or CPAP machines, keep extra batteries, chargers, and a written emergency plan. Know how to operate your device manually if possible. If you rely on refrigerated meds, practice using your backup cooling method before you need it. Stock up on over-the-counter essentials: pain relievers, antihistamines, anti-diarrhea meds, antacids, and electrolyte solutions. Rotate both prescription and OTC stock. Swap them into regular use so nothing expires. If anyone in your family has allergies or special needs, include EpiPens and specialty meds. Real-life stories show the difference preparation makes. After a hurricane, one family was able to manage a child's asthma because they had extra inhalers and a written action plan. Another kept a parent's insulin safe with a portable cooler during a blackout. Preparation is protection. Review your supplies every 6 months and update as your needs change. Your health and strength depend on these steps. When help is far away, your preparation is your best medicine. Take action now. Organize, store, and review your medications. In a crisis, you'll be ready to protect yourself and those you love. In an emergency, a multi-purpose tool is more than a gadget, it's your lifeline. Compact, versatile, and engineered for survival, it can fix a broken latch, open a can, cut tangled rope, or even help build a shelter when every second counts. Imagine being stranded and needing to improvise. Your multi-tool is the answer. Look for essential features: strong pliers for gripping and bending, a sharp knife for slicing, a serrated blade for tougher materials, and sturdy scissors. Screwdrivers, wire cutters, bottle and can openers, and even mini saws can turn a crisis into a quick fix. Some models include fire starters, whistles, or glass breakers. Each tool adds a layer of readiness. In real emergencies, these tools have saved lives. A camper repaired a broken tent pole during a storm. A parent opened canned food for their family when the power was out. Rescue workers have used multi-tools to cut seatbelts and clear debris. The right tool at the right moment can make all the difference. Choose a tool made from stainless steel with locking blades and a comfortable grip. Practice using every function now. Don't wait for an emergency to learn how it works. Watch online tutorials or ask an expert at your local outdoor store for a demonstration. Maintenance matters. Keep your multi-tool clean, dry, and sharp. Oil the hinges, check for rust, and store it in a protective case. A well-maintained tool is a reliable one. Add a small sharpening stone and cleaning cloth to your kit for field repairs. Keep your multi-tool in your emergency kit, your car, or clipped to your belt. When something breaks or needs opening, this is your first reach. Resourcefulness in your pocket. In a crisis, the right tool can mean the difference between waiting for help and taking action. When disaster strikes and infrastructure collapses, a new threat emerges: disease. Without clean water and working toilets, germs spread quickly, turning a crisis into a health emergency. Outbreaks of stomach bugs and skin infections are common in crowded shelters after hurricanes and floods. But simple habits, like washing hands, safe waste disposal, and regular cleaning, can save lives. Start with the basics: soap, hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol, moist towelettes, and disinfectant wipes. Always wash hands before eating, after using the toilet, and after handling waste. If water is scarce, use sanitizer or wipes. Teach children these routines and make them a family habit. For waste, a 5-gallon bucket lined with a heavy-duty bag and a layer of cat litter or sawdust can serve as a makeshift toilet. Always keep waste covered and dispose of it far from living areas and water sources. Stock up on toilet paper, heavy-duty trash bags, and household bleach. A few drops of bleach in water can disinfect surfaces and, in emergencies, treat water, if you know the right dilution. Post instructions near your kit for quick reference. Don't forget oral hygiene. Brush, paste, and floss help prevent painful infections. Pack feminine supplies, diapers, and personal care items for dignity and comfort. Include a small mirror, comb, and washcloths. These simple items can restore a sense of normalcy and hope, especially for children and vulnerable family members. In tough times, keeping clean also helps your mental health. A quick wash, brushing your teeth, or changing into clean clothes can restore a sense of control. Survivors often say that staying clean kept them going. One family, stranded for days, rationed water for hand washing and used makeshift toilets to keep illness at bay. Their story is a reminder: hygiene is survival. Prepare now, gather supplies, plan for limited water, and teach your family the basics of disease prevention and waste management. Practice hygiene routines together and review your kit every 6 months. In a crisis, these habits protect your health and your hope. For extra guidance, look for infographics on proper hand washing, safe waste disposal, and disinfecting surfaces. Listen to expert advice. Public health officials and Red Cross volunteers offer tips that can make all the difference. In every emergency, hygiene is your shield against disease. Protect your health, protect your hope. The human body loses heat rapidly in cold, wet, or windy conditions. Hypothermia can set in within minutes, especially if you're exposed or your clothes are damp. Early symptoms include shivering, numbness, and confusion. If untreated, it can be fatal. According to experts, hypothermia is one of the most preventable causes of death in emergencies. Emergency blankets, also called mylar or space blankets, are made from a thin, reflective material originally developed by NASA. The science is simple. These blankets reflect up to 90% of your body heat back to you, dramatically slowing heat loss even in freezing temperatures. Their metallic surface also makes them waterproof and windproof. Lightweight, compact, waterproof, and windproof, emergency blankets are designed for survival. Keep one for every person in your kit. They take up almost no space but can be life-saving in a crisis. Experts recommend storing them in your car, backpack, and home emergency kit. In emergencies, use blankets to line shelters, cover sleeping areas, or wrap around yourself and others. They can serve as makeshift rain ponchos, ground covers, or even as a signal for rescuers by reflecting sunlight. Demonstrations show how to use a blanket as a rain shield or to attract attention in open areas. Real-life stories highlight their value. Hikers lost overnight, families stranded in storms, and marathon runners suffering from exposure have all credited emergency blankets for saving their lives. The key is to reduce heat loss, stay dry, and shield from wind. Experts advise practicing how to wrap and secure the blanket before you need it. To maintain your emergency blankets, keep them in their original packaging and store in a dry, accessible place. After use, fold carefully. Tears reduce effectiveness. Replace any blanket that's damaged. Experts suggest checking your kit every 6 months to ensure all supplies, including blankets, are ready to go. Stock up. They're affordable and their uses go far beyond warmth. In any environment, an emergency blanket is a small investment that could make all the difference. Remember, preparation is power, and a simple sheet of Mylar could save your life or someone you love. In an emergency, your voice can only carry so far. If you're trapped, separated, or lost, shouting quickly drains your energy and may go unheard. That's where a signal whistle comes in. Small, loud, and reliable. It can cut through chaos and alert rescuers to your location. There are several types of signal whistles. The most effective are high-decibel, P-less models. They work even when wet, cold, or dirty, and require little effort to blow. Metal and plastic versions are both common, but choose one that's durable and easy to grip, even with gloves. Attach a whistle to every go bag, backpack, and keychain. Instruct every family member, especially children, on how and when to use it. Practice together. 3 short blasts, then pause. This is the universal distress signal for help. Demonstrate the whistle's sound outdoors and indoors. Make sure everyone can recognize it, even in noisy or stressful situations. For children, turn practice into a game, so they remember what to do if separated. In real-life rescues, survivors have been found because rescuers heard a whistle's sharp sound above the noise. One hiker lost in the woods was located after hours because her whistle carried farther than her voice. In disaster zones, whistles have saved lives when cell phones failed. For effective signaling, blow 3 short blasts, then pause and listen. Repeat as needed. If you hear a whistle, respond with 3 blasts to signal you've heard them. Avoid continuous blowing, which can waste energy and confuse rescuers. Experts recommend checking your whistles regularly. Make sure they're not cracked, clogged, or broken. Keep one within reach at all times and replace any that show signs of wear. In a crisis, a whistle is your voice when you need it most. It weighs almost nothing, but can mean everything. Add one to every kit, teach your family, and you'll always have a way to call for help, no matter what. The air you breathe can become a threat after earthquakes, wildfires, or eruptions. In 2020, wildfires on the West Coast sent smoke hundreds of miles, turning skies orange and making the air hazardous for millions. But air quality emergencies can happen anywhere. Urban smog, dust storms, and even volcanic ash can put your health at risk. Experts warn that even short-term exposure to poor air can cause lasting harm, especially for children, seniors, and those with respiratory conditions. Dust, ash, and fine particles can cause immediate respiratory distress. In real emergencies, hospitals have seen spikes in asthma attacks and breathing problems within hours of an air quality alert. Children, seniors, and anyone with asthma or heart conditions are especially vulnerable. Air quality can drop to dangerous levels in minutes, so you need to be ready to protect your lungs at a moment's notice. Not all masks are created equal. N95 respirators filter at least 95% of airborne particles, including smoke, dust, and ash. Surgical masks offer some protection, but are less effective against fine particles. Cloth masks, while better than nothing, do little to block smoke or dust. Experts recommend keeping a supply of N95 or KN95 masks for every member of your household. Look for masks labeled NIOSH approved for the best protection. To get the most from your mask, fit matters. Press the nose strip firmly, adjust the straps for a snug fit, and check for gaps around your cheeks and chin. A good seal is essential. Air should not leak around the edges. If you wear glasses, a proper fit will help prevent fogging. Practice putting on and removing your mask safely, and teach children how to do it too. Store masks in a clean, dry place, preferably in a resealable bag or container. Replace disposable masks when they become dirty, wet, or hard to breathe through. For reusable masks, follow cleaning instructions carefully and inspect for damage before each use. Mark your calendar to check your mask supply every 6 months, just like your other emergency gear. If you run out of N95s, Use a surgical mask or a multi-layer cloth mask as a last resort. Limit outdoor activity, seal windows and doors, and use air purifiers if you have them. During wildfires, experts recommend creating a clean room in your home, close off a space, use a portable air cleaner, and keep everyone inside until the air improves. Protecting your lungs is fundamental. Have enough masks for everyone in your household, including children's sizes. In an emergency, a mask can be the difference between safety and serious harm. Review your supply, practice fitting, and stay informed with local air quality alerts. Preparation is your best defense when the air turns dangerous. We rely on digital maps every day, but in a disaster your phone or GPS can fail in an instant. Imagine a blackout, or a hurricane knocking out cell towers. Suddenly you're on your own. That's when a paper map becomes your most valuable tool. There are many types: street maps, topographic maps, and evacuation route maps. Each serves a different purpose in an emergency. In Hurricane Katrina, families who had paper maps and knew their neighborhoods found safer routes to shelters, even when roads were flooded and signs were gone. One survivor recalled, "Our map showed us a back road to safety when GPS was useless." Real stories like these prove that navigation skills save lives. Always keep detailed paper maps of your area, both street level and topographic. Mark your home, work, schools, and at least 2 evacuation routes. Use colored pens or highlighters to make these stand out. Practice tracing your route with your finger, and teach children how to find landmarks and read map symbols. Topographic maps show elevation and terrain, crucial if you need to avoid flood zones or find higher ground. Street maps help you navigate neighborhoods, while evacuation maps show official routes and shelters. Keep updated versions in your kit and car. A compass is your map's best friend. Practice finding north, orienting your map, and plotting a path. Even a basic compass can guide you when landmarks are gone. Involve your family, make navigation drills a game so everyone learns these skills before they're needed. Expert tip: always align your map with the landscape, match roads, rivers, and buildings to what you see. This helps prevent confusion and keeps you oriented even in unfamiliar areas. On your maps, highlight hospitals, fire stations, and community centers. Draw symbols for hazards like flood zones or blocked bridges. Update your routes as conditions change, and review them with your family regularly. Infographics can help you remember key symbols and emergency contacts. Post a simple legend near your maps, and keep a list of local emergency numbers handy. Store your maps and compass in a waterproof bag. Practice using them with your family. Turn it into a scavenger hunt or weekend adventure. The more you practice, the more confident everyone will be in a real emergency. When the grid goes silent, your knowledge and your maps become your lifeline. Navigation is a skill, one that could save your life and those you love. Start today. Gather your maps, learn to use them, and make navigation a family habit. Your cell phone is more than a convenience, it's your lifeline in an emergency. It delivers alerts, lets you contact loved ones, and provides maps and information at your fingertips. But all of that vanishes if your phone runs out of power when you need it most. In recent disasters, people stranded without a charged phone found themselves isolated and unable to call for help. That's why backup power is essential. Start with a high-capacity power bank, at least 10,000 milliamp hours, so you can recharge your phone several times. Keep the right cables for every device in a waterproof pouch. Expert tip: label your cables and test your power bank monthly to make sure it's ready. Don't rely on just one charging method. Solar chargers are a game changer during long outages. Set one in the sun and keep your devices topped up. Hand crank chargers provide power with a little effort, no sunlight required. And don't forget your car. Many vehicles can charge phones with a USB adapter. Always keep a spare in your glove box. Device safety matters. Store phones and chargers in waterproof bags, and avoid leaving them in extreme heat or cold. If you have to evacuate, keep your devices close and protected. Pro tip: turn on battery saver mode and close unused apps to extend your phone's life. Communication plans are just as important as power. In a blackout, text messages often go through when calls fail. Set up emergency contacts and download key apps, like weather alerts and local emergency info, before disaster strikes. Write down important numbers in case your phone dies. Real-life story. During a major blackout, one family stayed connected by sharing a solar charger and taking turns sending updates to relatives. Their preparation kept them calm and informed, while neighbors without backup power lost touch. Expert advice: practice charging and communication drills with your family so everyone knows what to do. Multiple charging methods: power bank, solar, hand crank, car, Keep your link to the world alive. Stay charged, stay connected, and you'll never be left in the dark. With the right preparation, your phone remains your lifeline no matter what comes next. Imagine evacuating in minutes, no time to think, just grab and go. For many, the real disaster comes later, when they realize vital documents are lost. After Hurricane Katrina, thousands struggled for months to prove their identity, access insurance, or reclaim property. Don't let paperwork become your second emergency. Your documents are your lifeline to recovery. What should you gather? Originals and copies of passports, birth certificates, social security cards, driver's licenses, marriage and divorce certificates, property deeds, insurance policies, medical records, immunization cards, financial documents, and even pet records. Don't forget digital account info, passwords, and emergency contacts. Make a checklist. Don't rely on memory in a crisis. Store these in a waterproof, fireproof, portable safe or pouch. Hide it in a secure but accessible spot. Think closet, safe, or go bag. If theft is a concern, use a small lockbox or a disguised container. For extra security, consider splitting copies between your home and a trusted friend or relative in another location. Digitize everything. Scan or photograph each document. Save copies to a password-protected USB drive and an encrypted cloud service. Use strong, unique passwords and enable two-factor authentication for extra security. Test your access regularly and update files as needed. Share encrypted digital copies with a trusted family member in another city or state. This redundancy can be a lifesaver if local devices are lost or damaged. Keep a printed list of your digital accounts and passwords in a sealed envelope just in case. Real-life recovery stories show the power of preparation. After a wildfire, one family quickly accessed insurance and aid because they had digital and paper copies of every document. Another spent months in limbo, unable to prove ownership or identity. Preparation means peace of mind and a faster path to recovery. Organize, protect, and back up your documents now so you can focus on recovery, not red tape, when it matters most. Review your document kit every 6 months, update as needed, and encourage your loved ones to do the same. Your future self will thank you. When the power goes out or networks crash, digital payments can vanish in an instant. In recent hurricanes, ATMs and card readers failed, leaving people stranded without a way to buy food, fuel, or even medicine. Cash becomes your lifeline when technology fails. Imagine standing in line at a grocery store only to find out the card reader is down. Those with cash walk out with supplies while others wait for help. That's why you need cash, small bills, ready to go. Aim for at least $200 in 5s, 10s, and 20s. This lets you buy essentials even when change is scarce. Avoid relying on large bills, which can be hard to break and may draw unwanted attention. Keep a mix of denominations for flexibility. Store your cash in a waterproof pouch, hidden in your emergency kit or a safe spot at home. Don't keep it all in one place. Split it between your go bag, wallet, and a hidden stash. If you're traveling, keep some cash in a money belt or concealed pocket. This way, if one stash is lost or stolen, you still have backup. Real-life stories show the power of cash. During the 2003 blackout, families who kept cash on hand could buy groceries and gas while others waited for power to return. In a California wildfire, one family used their emergency cash to pay for a hotel when ATMs were down. In a crisis, cash means options and independence. Be discreet. Never flash large amounts of money in public. Avoid big bills that are hard to break and could make you a target. If you must evacuate, keep your cash close and out of sight. Use a money belt or hidden pouch, and only take out what you need. Safety first. Your cash is only useful if you can keep it secure. Track your cash just like your other emergency supplies. Write down how much you have and where it's stored. Review and refresh your stash every 6 months. Rotate out old bills and make sure you always have enough on hand. Consider keeping a small log or checklist in your emergency binder. Expert tip: if you have children or teens, teach them the basics of handling cash in emergencies. Practice small purchases together and explain why cash is important when cards don't work. This builds confidence and responsibility for the whole family. In an emergency, cash is more than money. It's peace of mind, flexibility, and a tool for survival. Plan ahead, stay cautious, and keep your options open. With cash in hand, you're ready for whatever comes next. When disaster strikes, you may have only minutes to leave. The clothes you grab become your first line of shelter, protection from the elements, hazards, and uncertainty. Choosing wisely can make all the difference. Pack smart. Choose layers. Start with a moisture-wicking base to keep sweat away, add a warm mid-layer like fleece or wool, and finish with a waterproof, windproof outer shell. This system keeps you dry and warm in changing weather, whether you're facing rain, snow, or heat. For hot climates, include a wide-brimmed hat, light long sleeves, and breathable fabrics to protect from sun and insects. In cold weather, insulated jackets, gloves, hats, and thermal socks are essential. Children and older adults lose heat faster. Bring extra layers for them. Sturdy, broken-in boots with ankle support and thick soles are essential. They protect your feet from glass, nails, and rough ground. Don't rely on flimsy sneakers. Always pack extra socks and keep your shoes dry. Wet feet can mean blisters, infection, or worse. For every family member, pack at least one full outfit in a waterproof bag. Include underwear, socks, and a hat. For infants, add diapers, and for those with special needs, adaptive clothing or medical wear. Quick access can mean comfort or survival. Maintenance matters. Check your kit every 6 months. Replace outgrown or worn items and rotate seasonal gear. Wash and dry everything before repacking. A clean, ready kit means you're never caught off guard. Expert tip: choose bright colors for children's clothing. They're easier to spot in a crowd or low visibility. Attach ID tags to coats and shoes and keep a recent photo of each family member in your kit. Real-life stories show the impact. One family survived a winter blackout by layering every piece of clothing they had, while a hiker avoided frostbite thanks to dry socks and sturdy boots. Preparation isn't just comfort, it's survival. Your clothing is more than comfort. It's personal shelter, protection, and peace of mind. Prepare now, and you'll be ready for whatever comes. In times of crisis, your mental health is as vital as your emergency kit. Disasters don't just threaten our homes, they challenge our minds and hearts. Stress, fear, and uncertainty are normal reactions. Survivors often describe feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or even numb in the aftermath. But there are proven ways to cope. Start by acknowledging your feelings. Don't ignore them. It's okay to feel anxious, sad, or frustrated. Take slow, deep breaths. Practice grounding techniques. Focus on your senses or count objects around you. These simple actions can calm your body and mind. Stick to familiar routines as much as possible. Regular meals, bedtime, and daily check-ins bring comfort and predictability, especially for children and vulnerable family members. Children look to adults for cues. Speak honestly but calmly about what's happening. Encourage them to share their feelings and answer their questions with reassurance. For older adults or those with special needs, offer extra patience and support. Sometimes a simple conversation, a favorite book, or a quiet moment together can make all the difference. Stay connected. Reach out to friends, family, and neighbors. Share updates, offer help, and accept support. Community is a powerful source of resilience. If you're sheltering with others, set up small tasks or games to keep minds engaged and spirits up. Laughter and teamwork can ease tension and build hope. Know when to seek extra help. Many organizations offer free mental health hotlines and virtual counseling during emergencies. Don't hesitate to use these resources for yourself or loved ones. Build emotional resilience by focusing on what you can control: your attitude, your actions, and your support for others. Practice gratitude, even for small things: a warm drink, a kind word, a safe space. Helping others, even in small ways, can lift your mood and theirs. Real-life stories show that simple acts of kindness, sharing food, listening, or just being present, make a difference. Expert tip: create a calm kit with items that soothe you: photos, music, a favorite book, or a stress ball. Use these when you feel overwhelmed. Remember, caring for your mind is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Your strength, hope, and compassion are as vital as any supply in your emergency kit. Together, we can weather any storm, body and mind. Take care of yourself, support each other, and know that you are not alone. When disaster strikes, families with babies and pets face unique challenges. Your emergency kit must cover their needs, no exceptions. Babies need more than just food and diapers. Pets need more than just kibble. Planning ahead ensures everyone in your household is safe and cared for, no matter what comes. For infants, pack formula or breast milk alternatives, sterile water, bottles, diapers, wipes, rash cream, baby food, pacifiers, and teething toys. Bring extra clothing, blankets, and a favorite stuffed animal for comfort. If you use cloth diapers, include detergent and a way to wash them. Keep a thermometer and baby-safe medications in your kit. If your child has allergies or special medical needs, include medications, EpiPens, and a copy of their medical information. Pack at least a week's supply of everything, and keep a list of emergency contacts and your pediatrician's number. For children with sensory needs, bring noise-canceling headphones or comfort objects. Practice routines, feeding, changing, and soothing, in different settings so your child feels secure even during a crisis. For pets, Pack at least 3 days of food and water. 2 weeks is better. Bring bowls, leashes, carriers, waste bags, and comfort items like a blanket or favorite toy. Don't forget grooming supplies, a spare collar, and a sturdy leash. If your pet needs medication, include a supply and instructions. For small animals, pack bedding and a travel cage. Attach up-to-date ID tags to collars, and keep a recent photo of you with your pet in case you're separated. Include vaccination records, microchip information, and any medications your pet needs. Store these documents in a waterproof bag. If you must evacuate, know which shelters or hotels accept pets, and have a list of local veterinarians. Practice your evacuation plan with your whole family, including pets. Hold regular drills, pack the car, gather supplies, and walk through your exit route. One family in Texas credits their dry run for getting everyone, including their toddler and golden retriever, to safety during a flood. The more you practice, the calmer everyone will be in a real emergency. Create a checklist for baby and pet supplies, and review it every 6 months. Rotate food, update medications, and check that clothing and gear still fit. Involve children in the process. Let them help pack their own bag or choose a comfort item. Preparation brings peace of mind. Your loved ones depend on it. Experts recommend keeping a go bag for each family member, including pets. Watch for updates from your local animal shelter or pediatrician. They often share tips and resources during emergencies. Remember, your preparation today is your child's and pet's safety tomorrow. In a crisis, staying connected with your loved ones can be the difference between chaos and calm. Communication is your lifeline, before, during, and after disaster strikes. Confusion can spread faster than the disaster itself. Without a plan, families can become separated, miss vital updates, or waste precious time searching for each other. That's why a family communication plan is just as essential as food and water. It keeps everyone informed, reassured, and ready to act. Start by gathering everyone in your household, kids, adults, and caregivers. Discuss possible scenarios: fire, flood, blackout, or evacuation. Make sure everyone knows what to do and where to go. Choose at least 2 meeting points, one close to home and another outside your neighborhood in case local roads are blocked or unsafe. Create a contact card for each family member. List vital phone numbers, parents, relatives, neighbors, and a trusted out-of-town contact. Store these numbers in your phones, but also write them down and keep copies in wallets, backpacks, and emergency kits. Remember, disasters can knock out cell networks or drain batteries fast. Don't rely on technology alone. Equip your kit with a battery-powered or hand-crank radio for emergency updates. Walkie-talkies are great for short-range communication if cell towers go down. Practice using these tools with your family. For digital communication, agree on how you'll use group texts, messaging apps, and emergency alert services. Set up emergency contacts and download key apps before disaster strikes. Run communication drills. Practice your plan, where you'll meet, who you'll call, and how you'll leave messages if you can't connect directly. Make it a game for kids. Repetition builds confidence. Update your contact lists and review your plan every 6 months. Teach children how and when to dial emergency numbers. For elderly or special needs family members, assign a communication buddy. Real-life story. During a wildfire evacuation, the Martinez family reunited quickly because they'd practiced their plan and everyone knew the meeting spot. Their preparation turned panic into action. Expert tip: keep a printed map with your plan, highlighting routes and safe locations. If you're separated, leave a note at your meeting spot with your destination and time. A clear communication plan keeps fear at bay and brings loved ones back together, no matter what. Don't let uncertainty be an extra obstacle. Plan ahead, stay connected, and ensure your family's voices are always heard. Preparedness is more than a checklist. It's a mindset, a promise to protect yourself and those you love. The 17 essentials are your starting point, but true readiness is built on action, awareness, and heart. When families and communities plan together, they build resilience that lasts. Involve everyone: children, elders, neighbors, and even pets, so no one is left behind when it matters most. Each item, water, food, first aid, light, power, is a link in the chain of survival. But the strongest chain is forged by community, by sharing knowledge and supporting one another. Make preparedness a habit. Review your kits, update your plans, and encourage others to do the same. Your actions today could save lives tomorrow. Inspire your community to be ready, and you become a leader in resilience. Don't wait for the next headline. Start building your kit, reach out to your neighbors, and share what you've learned. Preparedness is a gift you give yourself and your entire community. This is your mission: protect, prepare, and empower. Together, we are resilient. Stay safe, stay ready.